Moving on, the Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all banks and other financial institutions to transfer funds in all dormant accounts to the Apex Bank. A circular by CBN Director of Financial Policy and Regulations, Mr. John Onoja, recently indicated that accounts that have remained dormant for 10 years and above would be affected. It said the provisions of this guideline shall apply to all financial institutions under the purview of the Central Bank of Nigeria.
If the CBN will be bold to tell the public what the money will be used for, and if those who are having those accounts cannot have access to those accounts maybe for years, so there's no point keeping it there. And if there are areas that the money could be used to develop, so it can go ahead and do it.
It's not right. These are people's sweat, people's private account. The fact that I have not operated a particular account for some time does not mean that I don't need the funds in that account. I might just leave the money there for some time because I'm targeting a particular project that I want to use the money for. So for somebody to just go to my account and remove the funds without having an arrangement with me, maybe you want to, do you want the money to be as a loan that you return later on, or that you just want to mop people's money from their accounts? And also, such funds. Okay, CBN is the monetary authority in Nigeria. The monetary authority that uses monetary instruments to control the supply of money in the economy. That is one of the ways with which, if there's inflation, the CBN can mop money in circulation in order to reduce people's purchasing power, so that people's demand will be reduced in order to reduce inflation. If there's an arrangement like that, it's not a bad economic decision. If where you have recession and CBN wants to encourage people to make improve people's purchasing power, the CBN can decide to increase the money in the economy, increase the supply of money. CBN can use treasury bills. You know what treasury bills are? Treasury bills has to do with, these are certificates that, in order to increase the money in circulation, the CBN can sell. No, what is it selling? Okay, if I said to you, if I'm selling something to you, you give me the money. Is that not so? So the CBN can sell these treasury bills. CBN can buy treasury bills. When CBN buys treasury bills, what they do is the money with CBN goes into circulation. Are you following me? That will improve people's purchasing power, thereby making people to demand for goods and services, and it will help the economy to move from recession to gradually improving until it gets to the point that, okay, the economy is out of recession, economy can start booming and all that.
The Apex Bank said that the objectives of these guidelines, among others, were to identify dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and financial assets with a view to reuniting them with their beneficial owners, hold the funds in trust for the beneficial owners, standardize the management of dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and financial assets, and establish a standard procedure for reclaiming warehouse funds.
When we have money in dormant account, it actually means that the account owner has not operated that account for some time. Now, like I said earlier on, that individual may have plans to use that money in the future. Now, a policy comes in to mop as such money. That means let the account become zero. It means that you want to increase the suffering of people in the future. You reduce the money, and you collect somebody's money that the person has planned for in future. It's not a very good thing. They end up increasing the penury that you have in the society. So it's like what we talk about Pareto optimality. You make, in the process of trying to make the poor better off, don't make the rich worse off. Some people have their wealth in terms of finances in the commercial banks. Maybe in the process, thinking that you want to improve we want to improve some facilities in the economy. You go and collect somebody's money to go and improve those facilities without returning the money with interest. It's not a very good thing. It means that you are increasing, you are making some people worse off in the process of, in quotes, improving the society with such finances.
This is an account that they don't have access to. So if it is there, it won't yield anything for them. They don't have access to it. So instead of it being kept there perpetually without being used, I think the CBN can go ahead to make sure of the account so that they can use it for other areas of the economy that needs attention. Because in the first place, if they have access to it, that means they will be able to access it and use it for their own benefit. But for years, like personally now, I have some accounts from banks that they kept alerting me, but I don't have access to it for years, for more than 10 years. I've been to the bank to let them know that I don't have access to this account. They check through their system, and I've not been able to have access to it. So those type of accounts, if it's kept dormant there, it won't have any positive impact on the economy. So if CBN deem it fit to access it and to use it for a developmental project, I don't think there's anything wrong in it.
The CBN, what the CBN can just do is to regulate that the lending you are talking about, using that money in the commercial banks and other financial institutions will create money. The CBN should be able to control that activity to control the economy. Not that they will mop out somebody's money in the person's account. No, I don't understand why they want to do that.
It added that eligible dormant accounts on clean balances and other financial assets shall include current, savings, and term deposits in local currency, the domiciliary account, deposits towards the purchase of shares and mutual investments, and prepaid card accounts and wallets.
Well, we are having serious problem in this country now. So what the government what CBN can do in mopping those accounts that are dormant, if they can use it to develop a certain category of the economy of people, maybe the youth, put them in agriculture, for example, buy tractors and all those farm implements that they can use in this current dispensation, not hoes and cutlasses. I think that one can also help, like the problem we're having now in the food shortage. That one can solve it. So let them have some project that they can invest money in. So this money now, not that they just mop it, and another person will just come and embezzle it. So they can use it to develop agriculture. For example, the youth who are just graduating from universities, the NYC people, let them just invest in them, and there will be a turnaround. It's a matter of policy. That's just my candid opinion.
That's how to CBN. CBN should do everything that they can to improve the economy, improve the use their, they are the financial authority that we have in the country. We have, when you talk about monetary policy, fiscal policy has to do with the government using the instrumentality of revenue and expenditure, using tax and tax revenue and the expenditure of that to control the activities in the economy. The central bank uses monetary policies to control economic activity in the economy. So they should use the right monetary policies. Look at what is happening in the economy. What policies, what instrument I meant to say. In the process of using the right instrument, they should improve the lot of the man in the streets.
Meanwhile, the following classes of dormant accounts, financial assets, are exempted. Accounts that are subject to litigation, a judgment debt for which the judgment creditor has not claimed the amounts of judgment award and the case is still active in court. Accounts under investigation by regulatory authorities or law enforcement agency, and encumbered accounts including but not limited to collateral and liens.